How's it going, lads and gals? My name is Sergeant Beckett, and before I get into anything, quick little heads up that if I look a bit off, or I just sound, or I'm just feel a bit off throughout the video or anything, or I sound a bit different, that's because for the last few days I've been dealing with some form of fever, flu, cold thing, so I'm a little bit under it. But I'm fit enough to be able to record some stuff for you guys. Yeah. So today, we are continuing on with Star Trek Resurgence, a game that I haven't touched in a few months, due to the whole cinematic situation I've mentioned before. So ever since I've stopped trying to focus on that sort of thing, I've now been able to, you know, step back from that and focus on other things like this. So yeah, and I think without any further ado, we're gonna get on into this. Now, from the last time I played this, I remember that half of the I forget the fucking name, Diaz, I think it was, Diaz and co were on one of the on an alien ship that was being controlled by another alien technology. You can tell that I've not played this in a while. I've forgotten what half the shit is. And we were trying to stop the ship from getting to its destination, and I think it was Commander Rydak. Rydak was on the Resolute, and we'd just spoken to Captain Riker, I think. But hey, thanks to the power of editing, I'm gonna make this easier for you guys, and I'm gonna put in a couple of clips from the last episode just to properly catch up on what did happen.
We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems along the way. And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around.
Enough of this nonsense. You're not fooling anyone. We know you're Tkon.
At the height of our power, the Tkon Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years and trillions of Tkonians.
We aren't out of danger yet. But once we have my comrades, proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge. Then, our fleets will catch up to us.
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Beskar. It's Galvin.
Your existence is entirely in my hands, and I'm not in a forgiving mood.
If you want to destroy us, then I invite you to do your worst. We'd rather die with honor than beg for your mercy.
So I've decided to let you live, despite your insolence. Tell your Federation that Tkon are as merciful as they are powerful, that you were fortunate to escape with your lives.
Captain Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara Rydak.
But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi-Ardu system.
You think there's some sort of compromise to be had here? After all you've done? The only end of this is when you surrender.
After all we've done? You can't think we'd give up now.
We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Well, no.
Our coordinates match the exact location where Riker met Portal 6-3.
Unlike
Oh, of course! Of course! The last thing we did before So yes, obviously after we met Riker, the last thing we did, one of the last things we did, at least I think one of the last thing evidently with Rydek, we just entered the system, which into that forbidden system. I remember, yeah.
Quiet.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out.
Okay, I don't know if it's because of like where we are, but the textures and the details look a lot better now. Although there wasn't although I did have to update the game before I played it, so it might have been that. I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Already gave it a scan. Dead. Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those iridium levels? Good. Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien planet.
These crystals are dormant.
Riker's report said they were glowing, that they served as energy collectors. It could be a good sign they're inactive. The Guardian of the Tkon doesn't have his guard up.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
Well, I can't see nothing else. So I'm guessing we just pop on over there now. Oh no, I missed a thing. Good thing I did it, good thing I did that, isn't it? Burn marks, ooh.
Burn marks.
The report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up.
Oh, okay, there's more things I need to say.
If I recall right, Geordi LaForge transported in here, hanging upside down.
I guess we're lucky we were spared the indignity.
Anything unusual, Commander?
It's all unusual, to be honest. We've precious little data on this planet, so brief was Captain Riker's visit. Anything he didn't see himself is a total unknown.
We deal with unknowns all the time. Part of the job.
I'm accustomed to dealing with the unknown from my station on the bridge.
Okie dokie then. I think I can't see anything else we need to look at, so over yonder bridge we go, I think.
Follow me.
Right, here we go.
Ends here. Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
There must be an explanation.
Oh no.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Tkon technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
Oh, am I already? Oh yeah, I don't even already on it now. Aim. Oh, that's one with it.
Whoa!
The actual.
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature.
Ooh.
It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
Yep. Onwards and onwards, I guess.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Get in the room, if you would.
Duval to Resolute. Beam crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Is he okay?
He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
You'll try to find tetometric crystals, then shoot them with your phaser. Tetometric radiation is visible through the phaser. Use the tricorder to find the tetometric crystals.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Commander!
Look at that.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
That probably have to interact with those things over there. Let's go then, shall we? We fucking shall.
More crystals. Need a way across.
We don't have any data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu 4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Yeah.
Then that makes two of us.
Aside from the breathable atmosphere, this is a remarkably inhospitable planet. Traces indicate there was once living flora, but it's been dead so long it's practically turned to stone.
From what Portal told Riker, it was an outpost to defend the far edge of the Tkon Empire.
Well, it's not that now. Now, it's a grave.
I wonder if this place was always so lifeless.
There's something alive beyond this wall. Based on the data from the Enterprise's records, it must be Portal 6-3.
I'll figure out how to get us past it.
I know you will. Biosignature is coming from this direction. I'm sure of it. But there's no getting through here.
There's always a way.
There's a will, there's a way. As I couldn't think, mate. Here's the one. Ugh. I need YouTube. I don't know what to, I don't know what how to get through this one. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I got that wrong. So I was under the impression that I just had to find more stuff here to make that thing more safe, but apparently we just go over the bridge anyway. Never mind then. Over we go. Unless I've missed something. No. No, we just go over. Someone ain't giving off tetrametric radiation. There he is.
Good.
That's the wall gone. In we go. Well, there that is. Well, I can't get up there, it seems. Is there a entrance here? Nothing over here. That did something. There's something in there.
Tetrametric. Better go see what's different.
That's different.
The way's clear. Good work, Commander.
We'll make sure it's safe.
Why are they doing that? Apparently it's turning my camera apparently it's moving the camera automatically. Holy, that's large.
Incredible.
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No, not a match.
Tetrametric.
Then it's creating an illusion as well.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Duval to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
Amazing.
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
The plans.
Barbarians.
Oh, there he is.
It's him.
How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave of your own accord, but here you stand. Fools. In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Tkon Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian. I am guardian of nothing. The Tkon no longer exist.
Oh,
I don't care to be reminded.
yeah.
Come, then you should leave. Now.
Not quite.
I'll cut right to it. The Tkon have returned.
Returned? My people have come back? How can that be? I've been alone for so long. If it is true, how did they return?
Tkonian technology made it possible. To enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. We call it bioforming. A group of Tkonians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken for hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
Is something wrong?
I'd hardly call them Tkon. They were a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Tkon immortality. You want me to help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these Scions.
There is a war looming that could engulf the Quadrant. We want you to help us bring about peace before it gets to that point.
Peace always comes at a cost.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These Scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
What are you doing?
You said alone. Ooh.
Where are we? Where's my team?
Yes, where we left them. That the Scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning. And to be honest, I'd rather speak with you alone, John Rydick. Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of their kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Tkon. One dying, one dead, Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss. The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
But I'm not alone in the Federation. I'm a part of something larger, just like your Tkon Empire was.
We are not the same. Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this federation to which the Copliard do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense. Not by my logic.
The Federation isn't an authority to be obeyed. At its heart, it's a set of principles meant to ensure the survival and safety of all species, regardless of their origin. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer. To be chosen as a portal was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Tkon Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people. A betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to protect.
These aren't the Tkon you knew. They're a facsimile. They're imposters. And they tarnish the Tkon name.
We faced these questions in my time as well. What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Tkon plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Tkonian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction.
But they won't.
Including your own.
They won't, though. That's the thing, they won't.
And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead, it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear before you have a full understanding of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain than to lose.
Free.
You told me your people didn't use bioforming. That's because you knew it was wrong. Wrong to employ on an individual basis, and surely wrong on a galactic scale.
You are correct. The Tkon did not use bioforming on a large scale. That the way these Scions are using it would not have been accepted when the Empire still stood.
But the Empire doesn't still stand, so they're not gonna... bet.
I'm curious to see these Scions masquerading as true Tkon. So I will go with you, and we shall find them. But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Tkon. To understand their true intentions, for better or worse.
That's good enough for me.
Very well. I'll return you now.
Commander!
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
All right. We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
Whoa.
This is all I need.
Away team +1. Ready to beam up.
Oh, we got him. Oh, here. The overload incident.
That's interesting.
Redundancy. If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We understand how to operate it under normal conditions, but not the intricacies.
You're in good hands. We can do this.
I trust that you can.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
A few subtitling mix-ups here, I think.
What are we dealing with?
That. A Lydian warp core. One of four warp cores powering the Zeldi. Thermal output indicates each core alone could not sustain minimal warp, but harmonic infusion of at least 2 cores would produce an exponential increase in power. Ah, right, it's a Q button, I forget. It's Q and E. Coolant regulator. The thermostatic sensor relays temperature signals to automated coolant valve controls. Lovely. Radiation casing, radiation casing, even, radiation resistant casing protecting the warp core's matter/antimatter reaction chamber. Nice. 2. Oh, just that even.
Running really hot. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Hotari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
I bet that console down there could tell us a few things.
Let's go.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Tkon can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core ejection. So the question is, how do we make it happen?
Examine coolant system.
The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent. Like we saw on the bridge, all 4 warp cores are operating at full capacity.
Safety protocols.
The protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good. Looks like if sensors show a core is about to rupture, the computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Tkon will know we're here.
That's why you're here.
Stuck in one place while you work.
We will have to make a stand.
2, fuck it.
Well, here's the good news. I'm at my best when I'm under pressure.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
It's a good thing you're here. So you can hold them off.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch.
Yeah. D.
We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom, we don't know how much damage that cartabula will do if we accidentally crack it open.
Listen, the best way to make sure something goes wrong is to stress. Keep your mind on the job, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, we will. It's not a Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Oh, fucking hell, not this again. Ah, stay in the middle. No, 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 no. Oh, so out of all the fucking interactive controls, this is the one I hate the most. I hate this one so. Gah!
There you are. Time to heat things up.
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
There goes
Now
one.
they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
There's 2.
Just one more to go.
They're here.
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Oh, not this fucking. Ah! I'm Damn it. Ah.
Go! Finish!
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
Oh God. That was easier.
Just about got it. No! Shoot!
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Now goes 3.
Warp drive disengaged. You did it.
Yeah, we did. Nice.
You got another way out of here?
I think so. Itaska, can you climb?
Probably be a no.
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Surella, my friend.
Ah, I liked her as well. Gosh darn it. Up we go.
You want me? I'm right here. Not you too.
Calm yourself, child.
Oh, you bitch.
It will all be better soon. Wake up, Manka Umet. Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
We don't need to watch this.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay.
Oh shit.
But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itaska. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
Why don't we try to save her?
That's a dream.
Oven.
I swear, we will make them pay for it.
Well, I assume we head back to the Resolute, or... Hey! Resolute indeed. A stranger among us. Spooky.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you.
Huh.
I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might
Don't be
send a
rude.
ship of a more recent vintage. But,
She's more than enough. Look at that.
apparently not.
Actually, the Resolute is one of our state-of-the-art starships.
That must be some sort of contemporary humor.
She's loaded with the latest and greatest technology in the galaxy.
I've never felt more unsafe.
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Tkon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge. And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
Finally, a compliment.
The Federation prides itself on its inclusiveness. I'd say it's one of our greatest strengths.
As the Vulcans say, infinite diversity in infinite combinations.
Interesting.
Idic.
I'd be curious to meet one of these Vulcans. If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. And with all due respect to your advanced technology, the simple fact is that I won't be able to locate him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front. I'll need to make certain modifications.
I can't promise anything, but let me see what I can do.
Just know, without it, I won't be able to help you.
This isn't gonna fly.
I'll see you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Tkon Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
He's been kind enough to agree to help us find Galvan.
I am at your service. To whatever extent I can be of help.
If nothing else, I'm sure you're happy for a change of scenery. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
And we do need your help. Absolutely. And we are grateful that you decided to come.
And your captain has an odd way of expressing his gratitude.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. Clearly it's with the Tkon.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties. To the Tkon, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Tkon. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised.
I didn't promise.
Horrible enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything? Ridiculous.
I didn't promise, but I said I'd try.
Captain, I understand your concern, and I don't necessarily disagree.
Ah, now I understand your reluctance. I never imagined offering to help would be met with such ignorance.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship,
no, come on, Captain!
Captain,
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the science pose.
Captain,
So
nah.
focus on your own ego.
Slut.
I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize this puts me in an incredibly difficult position. I was against seeking him out from the start, but now, to give him access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Tkon, and he may be loyal to the Tkon, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked.
Yeah, you're not liking a lot of stuff, are you, mate?
You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford another screw-up. Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough. This could be the end of my
I'm gonna have to go with 2.
We'll take every precaution to make sure we get what we need. I'll keep a close eye on him myself.
I appreciate that. I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes. Let me know if you find anything.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Tkonian technology requires Tkonian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours. The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How
I
long
found
will it
something.
take?
There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Tkonian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Direct to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer. You always have my back.
No apology necessary. Your concerns were valid.
Nonetheless, I should learn to trust your instincts.
You fucking should as well.
Absolutely right. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do. What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Tkonian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But
Miranda.
they've underestimated my abilities.
Fucking Miranda, you... Oh, I bet.
Engineering.
Take care of the Tkonian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the efforts of the Galvan ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Tkon technology requires a Tkon to operate. Is there another Tkon on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship. Engineers would have found this device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder. There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
It's right on that's at the flipping.
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
Got it. Come on, if I... Oh, found something. Ah.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
It's that service hatch.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Found it.
Found it.
Excuse me, do you belong here? Commander Rydek. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you. Good to see you again.
Likewise. You've been working hard?
Yes, sir. Always room for improvement, just like you said. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
Just a routine systems check. We've been having problems with our comms lately.
Ah, that's news to me. I haven't heard anything about it.
Probably because the comm system isn't working. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
Thanks, but I'll talk to Commander Chovak about it.
Okay. Well, let me know if I can be of any help.
I don't trust him.
I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylis?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you. Maybe Tylis saw something. Tylis, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
that's Tkonian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member. I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the Scions as much as anybody.
Oh, I don't know.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
Start with that.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
Oh, that helps.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
Now this is manageable.
I'll filter out the duplicates. Let's see who's left. No. This can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
As much as I hate to admit it, assuming it's true, it does explain why he was so opposed to getting help from Portal.
And he made several trips to Hotari, so they had plenty of opportunity to target him.
What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it. I found the device.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Tkon. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
We have to somehow intercept him. How long till he arrives?
Oh, he's much too far ahead of us. We'll never arrive before he does. If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Tkon were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, The presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a scion, hidden among your crew. And it is unlikely this interference device was the scion saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvan and the saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage. Time is not on your side.
It might be Solano.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it. Bioforming was so rare in the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect.
I mean, it could be like a false herring, but
Proof of your claim is something you
oh shit.
produce yourself.
I don't know.
We have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duval.
That's quite the claim. Last time we spoke, you called this kind of talk mutiny.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you fail, that's it. The end of your career. Maybe your life.
Fuck it.
I am. I have to be.
Good. You know what this is going to take. I'm in. But we can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim. Or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
Why do I feel like the chief science officer might be the best idea, the best one?
Down to one reactor. I thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Tkon enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
Forget for the fucking... If one can find out how to get there, then yes. Oh, there it is. It was masked.
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. Usonians. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold!
Oh.
The inertial dampeners can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it apart.
Zeldi is still made by a Lydian hand, despite all this Tkon corruption. It will hold.
And we just gotta stay safe until Starfleet can find us.
Why are they panning away like that? Oh, time passing.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you? With every passing battle, as I get older, I think about it more.
No, we don't know.
I think there's just no way for us to know what happens after we die.
Really?
Maybe there's something more, maybe not. But I can't discount the possibility. You can't prove a negative.
Then maybe you can understand this. My people have a special journey. When Illydians die, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Tkon use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed. So do I.
Now that I've seen it happen, does it make me a hypocrite to say he has a point? What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To think of what she could be going through right now.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
You never told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with the symbiont. A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister. Sounded like her. But wasn't.
I'll go to.
So, losing Miranda like this, it opened an old wound.
Never really closed up in the first place.
You remind me of Itasca.
I do?
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spilled together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight. But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you'd count me as one of your tribe.
Hey!
As Itasca was.
Even a couple of engineers like us?
You are many things.
I'll take you up on that.
Same here.
Will they not cease this madness?
What is this place?
Is that the Veskar?
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it, just like the Zeldi.
Now there are two ships. Did this just get better, or worse?
It certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Veskar. So many lives stolen.
Hang on. Definitely.
It's worse.
No!
This is definitely worse.
Thanks. That really helps.
Oh my god, I got a lot of
This doesn't
that
look
comedy in
like
there,
they
don't I?
What are they doing here?
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
Prepare for transfer.
The storm! It's back! What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Astrometric radiation is dropping. The Zeldi's dropped to minimal power levels.
It's running off just the one warp core now.
That means...
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Is that a stopping point? I say it's right. I'm gonna stop it there because this is sort of like I normally have these videos going for like an hour and a half, give or take, so it's sort of around the time I'm gonna stop it there. But well, that was a very thought-provoking one. That was Captain Solano. Yeah, I don't know. The reason why before that last scene just happened. The reason why I said Commander Westbrook as someone who might be a good one to trust, because to me he seems like, so with, I haven't really interacted with Commander Ermot before, and Lieutenant Brosnan Barosian seems like one of those characters that doesn't really, which is a very like sort of loyal character, and wouldn't find it easy to change loyalties, and might tell Captain Solano. Commander Westbrook, I feel like he's one of those guys that, yes, he might have a bad opinion, because obviously he was, I think he was him that wasn't fond of Jara when this whole thing started out. But I feel that he's one of those characters that would trust you, even though he sort of like doesn't like it. It's I can't. It's I had it in my head. I was like, it's one of those things that the character you least think likes you is actually the one that trusts you, because he sort of, I mean, he wasn't a fan of Jara at the start. He's gotten a little bit more used to her now. I just feel that he's the right character that will believe and listen. Maybe I'm reading too into it, but I've just got that feeling that that's how it is. But that we will find out if I'm right or not in the next episode. I was going to get back to that. I actually enjoyed that. I wasn't bored. Like for the last few episodes, I've been kind of bored, like playing this game a little bit, because I mean, it must have. I'm not too sure why, but like I've just been, although it must be because of the whole cinematics thing again. But I actually wasn't bored playing this game this time. I enjoyed it. That's fun one. Yeah, really good. This is I'm starting to enjoy it a lot more now. Because it's getting a lot of twists and turns, a lot of like plot twists and everything else. There's just a lot of stuff that's, you know, twisting up, and it's really becoming really interesting and thought-provoking. Yeah, good. I look forward to the next one. And with that, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, Sergeant Beckett. If you like, in the description of the video, there's a link to my link tree. On that link tree will be several links to some of the other platforms. But thank you again so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video. Adios.